Welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day of April 2025, and let's take a look at what's going on in the garden here at the end of April. My name is Diane, and this is WC Backyard Garden. So let's start over here by my blueberries, and I have 4 blueberries in pots, 2 of them showing life. One of them is putting on flowers, the other 2 are not, and one seems to be still dormant or dead. Let's take a look at that one. So this blueberry plant, still pliable, but it's not really bushing out, and it seems to be dead. So quite a few dead branches. I am going to give it a couple more weeks and see what happens. And as I stated earlier, only one of the 3 plants that has bushed out is actually putting on flowers for fruiting. The other 2 are not. I did put the baritone in last week, and hopefully that will assist them in flowering. Over in this little box, I have some volunteer lettuce. I'm not sure they will be coming to full maturity, but I'm going to leave them there and see what happens. In this grow bag, I have some Georgia collards, and I have a net around them to protect them from the pest. I just planted these a week ago, not even. So that is the Georgia collards. Here is my main brassica bed, and in this bed I have 9 broccoli plants in the back, 6 cabbages in the center, and 1 kale plant all the way over there. I also have planted in here some shallots, some celery, now I have the brassica bed covered to protect the plants from the white butterfly. The brassica bed covered to protect it from white flies, aphids, and the cabbage worm. The other day I saw the little white butterfly fluttering around and trying to get in, but it could not get in. Now this is the bed with my onions and majority of my shallots. The onions I planted are the Alyssa Craig and the Spanish yellow, and of course the shallots. And this bed is covered because I am protecting my onions and alliums from the leaf miner that has devastated my garlic and onions for the past 3 years. So hopefully with this protection in place, I'll be able to harvest some decent sized onions this season. Now let's take a look at my other bed with my garlic. Here's my phlox. This is the upright phlox that I have here to bring in the pollinators. And now let's take a look at the garlic. The garlic covered in this white netting. Again, just to protect it from the leaf miner. But let me open it up and show you what's going on in there. All right. So here's my garlic. that I planted in the fall. I have chestnut red, white German, and music planted in here. And of course, I will show you the journey when we're harvesting, or even when we're going to cut the scapes, because these are hardneck garlic and we will be expecting the garlic scapes. Now let me close up back my fortress. Now in this covered area, I have some leeks and some garlic chives, three patches of garlic chives, as well as my leeks. And a couple of onions. This is my Pocahontas beard tongue. Again, something else to bring in the pollinators. Now this and the phlox I bought last summer, but didn't get a chance to put them in the garden until this year, earlier this spring. Here I have my snow peas. And they're coming along well. They're growing, but nothing has flowered as yet. I planted dill last year, and I have lots and lots of volunteers this year. So going forward, I'm not even going to stress myself about germinating dill from seeds, because I had so much trouble trying to get those things germinated this year. So I have volunteer dills that I really appreciate. This is an area in progress. Planted out a few of my bachelor's button, and I have this coneflower from last year, but this is an area in progress. I'm going to be mulching the front area here of the garden bed. Oh, I forgot to show. 2 weeks ago, I purchased this bee balm. Look at that. Let me pull this up so we can all see it. It's a Petite Delight bee balm. And from what I understand, it is a pollinator magnet. So yes, I have the bee balm here, bachelor's button over here, and the coneflower. Probably going to put a few more things there. I have the yarrow. It is very aggressive, but I have to try to keep it tame. I'm going to put a couple more things in this bare spot. And here I have the autumn joy. Here are my 3 containers of raspberries. 3 containers of the raspberries. That doesn't get too big. A raspberry shortcake. Yeah, raspberry shortcakes. Yeah, they are. Planted some carrots in this container. They sprouted. Coming up. It's a little bit patchy in areas, but enough has sprouted. So this is a combination of that short carrot, I forgot the name of it, and also the rainbow carrot. I have a couple more things from my winter sown items to plant out. This is another bachelor's button. I have my Sweet William, and of course my snapdragons. These all have to be planted up. A couple more areas. This area needs to be cleaned up as well, but I'm not getting there yet. Also looks like I'm getting an echinacea. Really? That's kind of late, but I'll take it. It's an echinacea. I have a couple more raspberry shortcake plants to be planted out. I'm going to make sure I get them in the pot, hopefully this weekend. A couple more items that needs to be planted. This is my lupine, 2 lupine. I'm debating where to put them. I have 2 lupine that germinated for me this year, and I also have 2 lavender that germinated as well. Looking for a good spot for them. As you know, they are perennials. I want to make sure wherever I put them that it's their permanent spot. In this container, I hope you guys can see it, are the potatoes that I bought from the store that sprouted inside, and I have potted them up, and here they are. I have to keep the chicken wire over most of my stuff because the squirrels are gangsters. They are relentless. So I have 3 pots over here in this area. I have spinach in this one. Kamasuna, this is a Chinese veggie, in this one. A coreopsis that I'm going to have to take out. And in this pot, this container has arugula. I'm going to try to eat it up real fast before it goes to seed. I planted out the violas that I started from seed. And I also incorporated some alyssum that I started with the winter sowing method. These are the violas. Here in this container, I have some lettuce. This is some lettuce. It's the Marvel of 4 Seasons. And this is what I planted intentionally. So, looking forward to that. This is the space right by my garage. And as you can see, the asters are in. Cora Bell has come back to life. Peony has sprouted. Looks like it's putting on plenty of bulbs for flowers. Looks like my other peony over here is going to be flowering for the first time in 2 years. Planted it 3 years ago. All of the daffodils and hyacinth and those things are finished. And the columbine is coming in. I do have to mulch over in this area, but I'm not planning on mulching. Maybe in another couple of weeks, maybe 2 more weeks, I'll mulch. Now let's take a look at the area by my mailbox. Again, the daffodils are finished, and I have the hostas coming in, but what I noticed is that the rabbits were eating all of the young sprouts. They were feasting on it. And I just noticed earlier today that they're also eating on my brunnera. As you can see, there are that's been chewed down. Here's my other brunnera. It's flowering nicely. I need to deadhead these daffodils. Looks like one daffodil is still trying to hang on. So that's my mailbox area. And I had to cover these two plants. I can't quite remember what they are, but they were also being eaten down by the bunnies. And as you can see, one that's outside of the encasement, they've chewed it down to a nub. Yeah. Also, the elabore I planted last year came back, but it's so tiny. And it just came back, it came back late. Came back real late. I just noticed it today. Here's one thing that's not doing so well in my front yard. I'm gonna have to make the hard decision to take it out. Gonna have to remove it. Rhododendron, I believe it is. Yeah, it's a rhododendron. Gonna have to remove it. It's got lots of bulb and there's these black spots and dead leaves and dead branches. Yeah, I think it's time for it to go. So, here's my dilemma. Here's my dilemma. As you can see, I don't have a huge garden. I have 4 raised beds, 5, and a little round bed. And it seems like all the plans I had in mind for my garden this year has been uprooted. So let me take a look and show you what my intentions are this year. My revised intentions are this year, what I'm planning and doing. Let's take a look. So in this round bed, I am going to put some peppers, and maybe I'll just put the eggplants and a couple of peppers. I'll see. But definitely the cucumber is going to go in here, and the eggplants. This bed over here is always going to be my brassica bed. Now, this bed was intended for tomatoes and some peppers, but as you can see, the onions are in there right now. When I harvest the onions and the garlic, I believe garlic is late June, early July, I should be able to do some squash and bush beans. I had intended to put bush beans in the round bed over there, but because I used up that second bed for the onions, I am going to have to put peppers over there, over there. This bed, I'm going to put a few tomatoes, and I'm going to put some tomatoes in this bed, this small bed that has the peas right now. That's where the tomatoes are going to go. I'm not planting a whole bunch of tomatoes because I've made it. If this is your first time here, I am not a big tomato fan. Not be planting a lot of tomatoes. In this bed is going to be my main pepper bed, as well as that container back there, and these 3 containers over there once I've harvested those leafy greens. I'm also going to be utilizing a lot of grow bags for peppers. Yeah, I'm going to be utilizing a lot of grow bags for peppers. So let's go inside and take a quick look at my seedling station to see what's going on. Here are the bulk of the tomatoes that I started this year. Did some Kellogg's breakfast, some Thornburn terracotta, and some San Marzano. And these tomatoes will be split between 3 people, myself and 2 of my neighbors. As I said, not a whole bunch of tomatoes this year. Also, here are some more of the tomatoes that I started. And some of the tomatoes are not looking too great. This one in particular, this is the Valentine grape, shriveling up. Not sure what's going on. But I'm going to restart some of the Valentine grape, because that's one of the tomato that we absolutely love. The only one probably. And that's only the Valentine grape is looking like that. So, well, this leaf doesn't look too bad, but there it is curling. It's, I don't know. Anyway, so Valentine grape, those tomatoes over there. Then here are some of the peppers. They're looking good. Some of them peppers did not germinate. I had to restart quite a few peppers. This is big red bell. This is serrano chili. A whole bunch of peppers. When I put them out next month, we will go through everything that I've planted. Got a couple of Scotch bonnets in here. My other section, peppers. More peppers. Lots and lots of more peppers over there. Down here on the bottom shelf, I have my marigold. The marigold down here. And this is a giant yellow marigold. On the other side of the bottom shelf, I have some basils, all types of basil. Well, I probably only have the Thai basil and the Genovese basil, as well as some eggplants and some more marigolds to be potted up. Another basil and some coleus. These coleus needs to be potted up. I've already potted up some, but these two container in the front needs to be potted up. Here are some other peppers that were started recently. Some of them don't even have their first true leaves yet. It's the giant Marconi that I had to restart. I didn't restart this one, but it's so tiny. The red Sarina. I had to restart the Etchersky because I did not get a single germination from the first planting, the first sowing. And this is the Ahi Mango. Did not germinate the first time around. And then this is the Sugar Rush Peach over on this side. This is the Sugar Rush Peach. Some more coleus. One tomato. And more marigold that needs to be potted up. So thank you for joining me today as we look at what's going on in my backyard garden. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help me grow my channel. Thank you. Bye for now.